what an awesome weekend on the water. So got the opportunity to go to Everfest. So this is a special weekend just for Everingham boat owners, and they have a club or an organisation, the Everingham Owners Group, and these guys every 2 years get together at a different venue, and what we're watching now is just some of those boats being towed out to go through town, through Yarrawonga for a city cruise and back out to Mulwala Water Ski Club. So I'm just going to follow through some of this with some commentary, and then Darren, the president of the organisation, is going to go through and talk about a lot of the boats and also interview some of the owners, and then we're going to see some of the boats out cruising, doing a few laps on the lake. And it's those people that follow me know that I have a very much interest in boats. I grew up around boats up at Kobe Hollow in Broken Hill, and my brother and my dad both race boats. So it was a good opportunity to chat and catch up with a lot of people with these beautiful boats. And I'll talk to you a little bit as we go through that, but primarily it'll be just the noise of the boats, and Darren's going to do like a 40-minute run through on all the boats. So I hope you enjoy the show. So these guys had travelled from all around Australia as far as Darwin, Rockhampton, South Australia, and Berry in South Australia, and Adelaide. Melbourne obviously being down at Yarrawonga. The president's from up at Coffs Harbour. So these guys have come from all over the place. So they all cruised out. That was the ski club they were leaving from, went through town and is coming back over the bridge. So I just drove out to get, so that's the lake in the background there obviously, and the bridge that goes over the border from New South Wales over to Victoria. And I'd been down to Yarrawonga a few times in the past playing a bit of golf. It's obviously a golf mecca down there as well. Beautiful place. We were probably a tiny bit unlucky with the weather. It didn't rain at all, but it was a bit breezy and a bit overcast, and of course by the time we were all ready to leave on the Monday it had all cleared up and was 27 degrees, but that's the way it is. But we had a good weekend all the same. So once all the boats come back from the cruise, they parked up in the car park here, and it was a good chance to wander around and see them on the trailers. And the boats vary a lot. I mean, there's some old speed ski boats, some circuit race boats. This Assassin's just had a fresh makeover. And a couple that was still being finished off. The white boat that we just went past, I think we swing around now, that one there's almost done, still doesn't have the drive mechanisms and stuff on the motor. But guys are getting these boats and fully restoring them back to as they were raced in whatever era that may have been. And there's quite a lot of different variations in the Everingham boats, and I'm not about to try and explain that, but Darren does a good job of that when we walk through them all. Get taken aback a bit by the names. It's always hard to come up with a name for a car, but a boat especially, because it's plastered up the side. There's another barra in a boat there. So one of the things I found very interesting when you go to this sort of show is that there's no speed limit on the lake, nor is there any noise restrictions. So it's a bit like having a toy that you can take out and run amok in, and provided you've got your safety gear, your paddle and the other things you need, you know, life jackets and stuff, you're all good to go. Could add a bit of a car show with some of these tow rigs as well. I met a guy, Keith, from Berry, that his boat, the Snake there, but he also had a very nice F100 he'd just finished restoring that he towed the boat over from South Australia with, which was nice to see, as well as a beautiful boat as well. Now that's very much an old school speed ski boat, probably 10-15 years ago at least, I would think. It's the President's boat. Darren's got a LS in that one. See that out on the water later on. Another speed ski boat. I'll check out the paintwork on that. This was another fresh rebuild, I believe. So they actually have a presentation night on the Saturday night, and I've got a tiny bit of that in here. It was too much to sort of record a lot of it, but they have all different categories, and they had some nice little LED lit signs for the winners, and nothing major, but different trophies for different styles of boats. And then the big one that we did put in the presentations was the People's Choice, and they've got a brand new perpetual trophy for that as well. Wouldn't be real hard for Howard to get keen enough to have a think about one of these after we get this panel van finished, because it's an opportunity to do some paint, have a nice Ford engine in there, and something you can go out and have a bit of a play in without worrying about getting yourself into trouble too much. Another well-known speed ski boat, that one. So the two big events that I'm aware of with the speed ski are the bridge to bridge on the Hawkesbury, and also the Southern 80 that's run down on the river every year. So if you're into those sorts of things, just check out Southern 80 or bridge to bridge, and you'll see some of those big boats running very high speed with two skiers. It's another boat that's just had a fresh rebuild, the Texan. Beautiful paintwork on the deck of that one as well. So this event's every second year, so a lot of these guys would be pushing hard, a bit like us getting ready for a Summernats event. And this is the ski club at Mulwala, so we'll hand over to Darren in a minute, and he's going to run through with me with all the boats. Actually, I think we might have a bit of boat action before, so that's Mike that invited me to come down. He's just put a brand new small block Chevy into that, making 800. A couple of little teething glitches on the first day, but all good the second. So after all of the show and shine on the Saturday, these guys were all out basically doing a few laps, so it was a bit like going on a cruise in your car, but with the boat you can take it out, cruise around the lake, and then they tend to all come in close past the club and give it a bit of a serve, maybe try and jump a few wakes or something. And the old paddle steamer, every hour or two, was cruising past with the crowd on. That boat that converted, he was out running that on a regular basis. Not frightened to get into it either. So once you get in front of the club, just get into it, give it a bit of stick.
Yeah, my name's Darren Hallam from the Everingham Owners Group. Welcome to Everfest 2024 at beautiful Lake Mulwala at the Mulwala Ski Club. As you can see, I think this is a first for boat events in Australia. I've often seen this on YouTube videos, stuff like that. Guys in America, their V-Drive events in America, they do this sort of thing with the floating show and shine. I got a bit of an idea. Thought, why not try that? Something different. And as you can see, it's come up pretty well, I think.
It's definitely got a standout appearance, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, we've got some boats over in the car park as well.
Yeah.
But I've asked Darren if he can just wander through and explain to my viewers, because obviously his viewers are going to know the boats, but my viewers, just a little bit about some of the history, how old the boats are and what they were maybe used for. So let's go, because we've got plenty to do.
Yeah, well, first one off the bat, this is Craig Murray's boat, well known, especially these days with the day of social media, that sort of thing. A lot of Craig posts quite a bit. He's got his own little channel, the Speed Shed. This was originally a ski race boat. I think it might have been a 5.2 litre ski race boat back in the day. Still the same name, Irritation. I used to think it used to run a small injected small block. Craig's over the last, I think Craig might have done it maybe 5 years ago now. Might have been a bit more. He's changed it to the Barra, put the Barra in it, which has been quite popular.
So he'd be ahead of his time then if he did that 5 years ago.
For sure. Yeah, a lot of people, especially the younger generation, love it. With the taxi, that sort of thing. So,
and right next to it,
is a very, very famous boat. A lot of people would know Pete Smith, obviously owned Everingham Boats, was one of the best bloody boat races Australia's ever seen. This was his 5.2 litre boat back in the day, the Texan. Now owned by Craig's dad, Neil Murray. Neil, it's quite cool because Craig Murray, obviously, his dad Neil owns this boat. Then his brother Joel also owns a 17.6 Bruce Everingham called Tough Toy, but Joel's a painter by trade. When Neil bought the boat, the deck was quite faded because that's what the originally boat looked like. Joel's redone the deck the way it looks now. So he's done an absolutely awesome job to bring
looks
it back.
incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
And then move it along another barra.
Another barra, yeah. This beautiful boat. This is a little bit different, smooth side Everingham. So you'll notice the smooth side hasn't got the clinkers on it, which is different. Very, very nicely finished boat. This one used to belong to Shane Condon. Had a nice, tough little Dodge NASCAR motor in it, but same thing. Danes changed that over to the barra. So yeah, it's come up beautiful.
Definitely stands out. I was interested, I was talking to him yesterday, saying when it's on the trailer, it doesn't look like it's got an engine in it.
That's right, yeah, it doesn't. Very true. This one, it's a local boat to me, actually. We're from Coffs Harbour. These guys, I met them, I think, only last year. Craig and Paula, they're from Grafton. So, yeah, another beautiful little, it's a 17.6 birdie flat bottom, 351 in it. Very tidy boat. They do quite a lot of just social skiing with the kids and the family up in Grafton on the Clarence River. So this is the first Everfest for them.
Very nice.
This Cannibal, this is an older, I'm not sure the vintage of that one. That one might be late, I reckon at a guess maybe late 70s. Same thing, new member, come along to a previous Everfest. Actually one of Dane's friends, great young fella, decided he loved the boats, loved Everfest, loved coming to the group things, so purchased this boat.
I was talking to him yesterday and he was saying that he decided he had to have one.
Yeah.
And this one, I think, come out of Queensland.
Yep.
He had to go all the way up and
Yeah, great young bloke.
Good story.
Yeah. Then we roll on to Converted, which is I think it's a 17.6, isn't it, Mike? Yeah. We might even get Mike to jump in a bit if you want to. Help us out.
Enough about that one.
No? Yeah, that's a 17.6 Brucey, but it's a low-sided Brucey. So you'll see how low this one sits in the water. It's got one less plank than the other Bruceys.
Yep.
I think it's a blown 427, which is pretty stout
like a fresh engine, that one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, tough little engine. Pretty stout little engine for a boat that size. Then you got the body count. Juzzy McLeish's boat. She's a weapon. Ski race boat. Where's Juzzy? Juzzy's not here. No.
It's got the big
got
PSI.
the PSI on it. Yep. I've actually seen this thing circuit race as well down at Glenmaggie, and she's got plenty of get up and go. She was not far behind. She was keeping right up there with a couple of blown displacements at Glenmaggie some years ago.
Cool.
So.
The Alamo.
The Alamo, yeah. The Dowdle boys, great bunch of fellas. First time they came to Everfest 2 years ago at Lake Hume.
Nice ski boat.
It is very, very nice V-bottom. I don't know a lot about the engine in this thing, but they're sort of getting right into ski racing. They've got another ski race boat, so I think this one's sort of mainly used for their training purposes and a bit of social stuff now.
Yep.
Richie Campbell's. This is a Bruce Everingham. I think that's a 15 as well. I'm pretty sure 15 footer. It could be a bit bigger. I'm not sure, but it's got a 253. So one of the smaller engines, but very tidy. It's very reliable, as you might have seen. Richie's been up and down the lake the whole weekend since we've been here.
Get out and get a bit of use.
Yeah.
That was you making all that noise.
No, not me. No. Insane. Another beautiful. This is what this one used to be, a ski race boat. I think the previous owner used to be Mark Spinks maybe, but now a guy from South Australia, Ed Cadillac, owns this.
So you got boats from all over, eh?
Everywhere. So yeah, Ed's been doing a bit of restoration on this, tidying it up. It's a great looking boat. One of my favourite boats ever is the Bruce Everingham Chalet V. Ed runs it at a lot of boating events. Same sort of thing as the Everfest, but over in Mulwala in South Australia. So it gets quite a lot of use over there. Shady Ace. It's Tyler Dempster owns this now. Tyler's family's been involved in ski racing for quite a while. Tyler's dad is here, just down there. They've got another boat, Bandit, that they've ski raced for many years. But yeah, same thing. I don't know a lot about this one. I think it used to belong to Paul White. But it was a very competitive ski race boat. And then we go on to the Mighty Recovery, one of the very iconic ski race boats, a lot like Island Cooler.
Massive mufflers, isn't it?
Yeah, huge. You know, most people know ski racing know Ted Hurley. Yeah, this is Clint here. Clint's the owner. Just done a full resto on it with Luke from Midnight Restos.
Well, you get the camera and they all disappear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, beautifully turned out boat. So
There we go. There's always a clown.
oh yeah, no doubt about that. I don't know a lot about this old girl, the Alcoholic. I think it's a 19.6 or 20 footer, flat bottom, birdie flat bottom. You don't see a lot of them getting around these days, so.
So the Everingham, they come out of the same place.
Coming out of a lot of different places,
Did
actually.
they?
Yeah. Bert and Bruce, you know, they built boats, and then every now and again they'd flog off some moulds, and someone else would pop up building them. Like Anton Henderson out in Moree, him and a lot of people know Brian McCosker from Liberty. Him and Brian, they went into partnership and they were building boats under the name Bruce Everingham Boats for quite a while, and then Bruce started up again building boats. So, and obviously a lot of people will know the history of Pete Smith building Everingham Boats. There's been
Plenty of
Plenty
them.
of
I'd say it's like the genuine Everingham.
yeah,
and then there's
It's
Everingham and then that
that's right.
Everingham.
You'll see on Clint's boat, you got the genuine, like
Yep.
the birdie sticker on that, and then you'll have the Brucey sticker, which is the black and white one, and then you got the Pete Smith one, which is, I think it's got the Australian, the outline of Australia on it, and just says Pete Smith, it says Everingham Boats. So yeah, sort of you can distinguish them by the stickers sometimes. Yeah. This is my old girl, Wild Thing. It's a 17.6 runner bottom. It used to be a circuit race boat. Used to be one of Malcolm Everingham's. Malcolm Everingham used to drive it. Used to be called General E. It was quite a competitive 6-litre circuit race boat back in the day. I've had it for, I think, about 18 years now. I've had this one. I had a birdie flat bottom, a 17.6 flat bottom before this, which is also, which is that one over there, Shutter. That's my old boat.
Yep.
I had a small block Chev in Wild Thing up until Lake Hume 2 years ago. I purchased the LS1, had it rebuilt, and over the last couple of years,
Keeps going from there.
Yeah, teething from there. Another iconic boat, the Mighty Assassin. A lot of people in the ski race scene know the Mighty Assassin with the Hardacre boys, and skiing behind this one. It was raced, you know, a lot of the time up in the Hawkesbury River. Won a lot of races, and
She's had a bit of a refit with all
she's
the
had a bit of a
black
refit.
magic.
Yep. She's got quite a big donk in her. She's pretty excitable. So yeah, another great looking. I think this one's a 19.6 V bottom. But yeah.
So what's the biggest Everingham?
Well, the 21s.
The 21s?
21s are the biggest ones, yeah. So Pete Smith built the 21 V bottom, and I think at one point Bruce built a few 21, might have been shallow Vs or flat bottoms that were circuit raced, but yeah, not so
lot.
common.
Yeah.
Not so common.
So the Bandit.
The Bandit, yeah, another one of the Dempsters. This is, as I was saying before, Tyler Dempster. His father, Tony Dempster, that's another well-known ski race boat that they've always campaigned under the name Bandit. Very tidy, stout little thing. Same thing. Yeah, I don't know a lot of the history about this one, but yeah, this is my old girl. This is my first boat I ever bought. It was originally a Hawkesbury boat. It was quite funny because I used to knock around with some guys when I lived in Sydney that owned the boat. I moved back to Victoria. I was looking for an Everingham, or not even an Everingham, just my first boat. An advertisement come up in the trading post, and I went down to Melbourne, opened up the roller door, bugger me if it's not my mate's boat from the Hawkesbury. And I bought it there and then.
All right, well, wander over to the car park.
Yep.
So later in the day, obviously, some of these will get on the water.
Yeah, for sure.
And So this morning's all about the show and shine.
Yeah, yeah,
So we had
yep.
the street cruise yesterday.
Yep,
so
yep,
there's
yep.
20 or 30 boats.
Yeah, good roll up.
Which was good.
Yeah,
So it's a brilliant venue, this place, isn't it?
it is. It ticks all the boxes. Ticks all the boxes. Yeah, we've been here for circuit race meetings, and that's why we decided to hold one of our events here. And
So,
as
the
you
island
can
cooler.
see, the island cooler. Not much needs to be said about this. Everyone knows the cooler. She's about as cool as they come, as far as the ski race boats go. Yeah, prepared and looked after by the boys at Nankervis, obviously. You know, if anyone knows their boats, it's the boys from Nankervis. So, yeah,
Mr. Horsepower.
Mr. Horsepower, the weapon. We might even get Mike just over here. We might get Mike to jump in and even tell us a little bit about his new engine package.
Yeah, why not? So Mike's
Come on.
obviously part of the reason I'm here, because I know and met Mike a long time ago at Summernats, and he's also got some nice cars as well. But tell us a bit about the old Horsepower, mate.
Yeah, mate, I've had it for over 30 years now. And
30 years?
Yeah, 30 years. It started off as a pro stock
You must
boat.
have been a little boy when you
Mate, I
got it.
was. I think I was 22 or 23. And it originally, it was it's a pro stock boat. We ran it for a couple of seasons, and then becoming a ski boat just with a naturally aspirated small block in it. And then we ran a carbureted blown small block in it with a 671 for the last 20 years. And then in the last, we hurt that about 5 years ago, and this is a new build, mate. So 14 cube dart, 871 BDS blower, and Joe Blow EFI on it. Running the Haltech 2500 EFI. Making just on 800 horsepower.
I was just going to say, it's pretty as a picture, but it makes reasonable horsepower, but on 98.
Yeah, on 98,
And nice safe tune.
Yeah, very safe tune, mate. It's run pretty fat. It's, to be honest, mate, it's the last engine I want to build for this thing. It's had too many in it.
It's a boat, mate. It's a boat.
Yeah.
Mate, good stuff.
Thanks, mate.
I think Darren might be going to lubricate the throat. You can
There he
keep
is.
going.
Cheers, Des.
Worries.
Righto, so the buckshot.
The buckshot. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know a lot about the
Well
buckshot.
presented, mate,
Oh,
isn't it?
it's beautiful. As most of the ski race boats are, you know.
So like you say, this the
Impeccable.
Nankervis.
Nankervis again, the Nankervis
crops up
boys.
everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's, yeah. This is, again, a new one for Everfest, first time to Everfest. Yeah,
It's a good sign, mate. If
it is.
it's growing.
It is, yep,
more and
yep,
more.
yep. This another ex-ski race boat. I'm not sure if these guys are going to ski race this thing still or not. It used to belong to Chris Phillips from South Australia. Chris brought this along to Mildura Everfest. I think Chris sold this to the current owners about 2 years ago. So, yeah. This is Jace Tennant's boat, Tickled Pink. Beautiful, beautiful, beautifully
So
presented
this is
boat.
something I'm a bit familiar with, because
Yep.
my brother had a Steve Smith built
right.
boat.
Yep.
And the original motor was small block carbureted
Yep,
like that.
yep,
and
yep.
then they went big block with the injection.
Yep.
So Top Shot.
Oh, yeah, right.
Was
yeah,
my
yeah,
brother
yeah,
Reg's
cool.
boat? Yeah.
Yep.
Plumber's nightmare, eh?
Isn't it what? Yeah.
So it's good to see some of these old girls still together.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. We've got a pretty good roll up today, so. Again, this is a new one to me, but got to make a special mention. The owner, Keith, first time bringing a boat to Everfest. He apparently, we didn't know, but he told us this morning. He flew down 2 years ago when we had Everfest at Lake Hume. Obviously not with the boat. Decided from then on, said next time
He's gonna have one.
I've got to bring the boat. And he's,
So already had the
believe
boat?
it or not, he's towed it all the way from Darwin.
Really?
Really. Yep.
That's pretty special.
It is. Yep. So, yeah, no.
Righto, the boss.
The boss. This is 15.6. Pretty sure it's a Pete Smith 15.6. Tough little 351.
So
Cleveland.
15.6 as in 15 foot 6?
15 foot
It's only
6,
a little,
that's correct.
little baby
Yep,
one
yep,
then?
little baby one. Built by Pete Smith. These guys, they've been a part of the Everingham Owners Group since the very start. Great family. the boat gets a lot of use. You'll see it over the weekend at any of our events. It's just, it's constantly on the water.
It's
If
out
they're
there.
not skiing,
I think someone mentioned that yesterday. They're first on the water.
first
and
on the
last
water,
off.
last to leave. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Same thing. I do know a little bit about the history. I used to watch this boat when I was a kid. It used to be a 6-litre circuit race boat. It used to belong to Bobby Webster, obviously called the Madam back in the day. The current owner, Brian Spurrell, as you can see, doing a full resto on it. And look at it.
Magnificent,
It's
isn't it?
just absolutely beautiful. I love that colour. It
It's
just,
show car quality.
it is. It's an absolute credit to him. So, yeah, it's I think it's a 17.6 runner bottom or 18.6, but I do know it is a runner bottom. So, yeah. Fair play. This actually used to belong to a friend, Paul McNally. It was originally a blown circuit race displacement. It was originally called Westways. Then Paul McNally bought it as Westways. Paul changed it to the Howling, raced it as the Howling for many years. Then I think Paul sold it to Dennis Massoud. Dennis Massoud raced it as the Foul Play for quite a few years. And then it was changed to a social boat. And then the current owner has done quite a bit of work on it to the way you see
Pretty
it now.
crazy social boat, isn't it?
It is, very much so. Yeah.
Righto, so
yeah.
where are we? We've got to go over
Yeah,
this one. So this is the no-name.
This is the no-name,
Yeah.
Damo. Same thing again. Damo come to a first Everfest up in Mildura, come up there obviously without a boat. I think at that stage Damo was putting this boat together, so I think this might be a 19 footer. This one, big block, blown big block. Yeah, that's about all I can tell you about that one.
Sounds like someone's going to make
Someone's
some
going to
noise.
make some noise. Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Here we have the next gen Ford Everest 4WD2, equipped with Lovell's premium touring suspension kit, which gives you a fully complied 3,500 kg GVM upgrade. We also offer our premium Platinum Series kit, which offers 3,700 kg GVM upgrade. The touring system also increases the total GCM to 7,000 kg, and the Platinum Series system increases the total GCM to 7,200 kg, which means you'll maintain your full 3,500 kg towing capacity. Your axe capacities are also revised accordingly. The kit also features Lovell's engineered and rated up control arms. Truly a powerful setup, built for heavy duty towing and serious touring.
Sorry, mate. Do you want to give us a bit of a rundown on your boat?
Oh, yeah.
This is sorry, which Bill Moxon, is it? Yep. This is Andrew Moxon's dad. Andrew's been a part of the group for a few years now. So they've just done.
Okay, it's a 1988 Pete Smith social rear mount. We just changed it a little bit, put a motor in for a little bit of performance and do a few social ski racings. And we just picked it up from a place in South Australia last April last year and just give it a full bare shell rebuilt to original colours and everything. And yeah, we were pleased with it. Me and my son put a lot of work into it. Between us, going fine.
Yeah.
So
And it's a great day to come up here and have a look.
Yep.
Crash friendly, boats are good.
Yep.
Just a bit more sun would help.
yeah,
Apart from that, it's a good day.
the paintwork and the finer detail on this thing's amazing.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes later. It's a bit cold for me to go out, so I said to my son, if you go for a test drive, you can take somebody else.
It's the go. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you finding it?
Good.
Pleased with it?
Yeah, pleased. Yeah. Really good turnout. Yeah.
Good.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. See you.
The Swamp Fox, another V bottom. I don't know if this one was a ski race boat or not, but I know Doug found this one. It was a shed find.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Maybe about 6-7 years ago. I could be wrong. Could have been a bit longer. But yeah, Doug did come across this one in a shed. Obviously not looking quite as good as she does now. It's credit to Doug. He's done a lot of work to get it back to what it is now. Blues, obviously, when you look around, you've probably seen, blues seems to be a very popular colour with
colour, it is, isn't it?
with the boats, and you can see why. It stands out. So yeah, this is Graham John's boat from South Australia, Cannon. very tough. Graham used to do quite a lot of ski racing with this boat. Same as I was saying with Ed Cadillac from South Australia with the Insane boat. Graham does a lot of the powerboat days at Goolwa with this thing.
Yep.
So it still gets used quite a lot as well.
Surprising how many places there are, that are set up to be able to run the races.
Yeah,
Being originally a Broken Hill guy, and Kobe Hollow, we used to run the May races
I've
every
been
year.
to Kobe Hollow. Yep.
We used to run the May race every year. My dad was a founding member of the Broken Hill Speedboat Club up there.
I slept in the Broken Hill, like the boat shed, on the concrete floor.
Yeah. With the swallows.
Yeah. Well, we drove all the way up there from Gippsland. We got up there, we booked a cabin, and we got there. And when we arrived, they said, "Sorry, but we've double booked you with Peter Smith." So obviously Peter Smith got the cabin, and they said, "You can sleep in the boat shed if you guys are interested." So
that's what you did.
That's what we did. But yeah, great venue. It's a shame that's no longer. No races are no longer held there.
The club's still strong and the lake's still there. They had no water for a while, but they've still got.
But yeah, this boat here, Disturbed, it's used quite a bit with the guys. These guys are heavily involved with the Victorian Dragboat Club, so they're trying to revamp, get more interest into the drags again. Because it's sort of gone quiet
the other day for the drags.
Yeah. So credit to these guys trying to get things. So with the Everingham Owners Club, a lot of the guys obviously don't race their boats as such anymore, but for like drag racing types of things,
and
like,
it's something quick and easy without the.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean the maintenance and the dollars.
Yep.
To run at the top end now. I just did Windsor last week.
Yep.
And man, they've got no end of people wanting to throw serious money at that top end.
Oh, that's it.
But some of the lower classes were a bit short on for numbers, but I mean it was, that sort of big event. But
yeah. But
there's
see,
classes there. There's the 85,
85,
the
95,
105.
That's right. Yep.
6 litres, pretty competitive.
Yep. Yeah, this is KD Kieran Ashton's boat.
So mid-mount, mate. That's
mid-social,
nearly the only one here, I think.
Yeah, there might be one or two, not a lot, but it's a very tidy little mid-mount. It's a Bruce Everingham ski deck. You can see the rear of the deck. That's the Brucey ski deck. So yeah, very tidy. It's a very tidy boat. Kieran's done a lot of work onto it, and Kieran and his dad are currently putting together a 15.6 Everingham. It's a funny story. It's called the Boss as well. And it's identical to the other Boss.
Yep.
It's the same colour, same name, same size.
Yep.
Yeah. So there was one in Queensland and one in New South Wales. Obviously, the one that's here is the New South Wales one, and the one that Kieran and his father are putting together at the moment is the Queensland one.
So this guy's a bit of a comedian.
Oh, the Dumb and Lazy. Yeah, that's Elliot, Toby Schumack from. Yeah, they've travelled all the way from Brisbane. So, yeah. Elliot, his father.
440s, the Dodge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Which is something
probably the right word.
You don't see a lot of. It's a bit of a different one.
Now I normally do it with the cars. Just read the number plate, mate.
Yeah. So Elliot actually he drove from Brisbane down to Windsor last weekend. Went to the boat races, and his son that lives in Melbourne flew up, and they continued it on down here to Everfest.
Nice holiday.
Yeah. Verdict. I might be able to get these guys. These are the new owners.
Yep.
It used to belong to Jason Batchelor. We'll get these guys. I might be able to give you a bit of an info on.
See if you can not scare him too much.
Give us a bit of info on the boat, if you want.
Yeah, g'day. I brought this boat 2 years ago for Jason Batchelor in Echuca, and
Jason's obviously brought this along to the last Everfest at Lake Hume.
Yeah. And we've done a couple of training runs with Jacko skiing behind it, and didn't sort of realise that the boat was running so lean.
Yep.
And probably sitting on 70 mile an hour for a good half an hour, and cooked the engine. So that engine went in the scrap bin.
Yep.
And it's a brand new engine, bow tie block, Brodix heads, all Everything's brand new in the
Yeah,
engine.
yeah, nice.
And it looks it, and it's a credit to you, mate. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very tidy.
But yet to water test it.
Yep.
So
So you guys are going to do some ski racing with it?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Jack's already done 2 years.
Yep.
In 70.
Yep.
But I think we'll have to start off in 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Righto.
really
Nice
looking
job.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one.
Thank you.
Come on, mate. Keep it going.
Keep it going.
We're nearly there.
Well, the Mad Dog, I'm pretty sure the Mad Dog is the old Trojan, one of the old Trojan boats, Larry Martin, Larry was a, very well-known circuit racer. Used to race against the likes of Henry Eitz and Seabreeze, Peter Magor and Obsession. They're probably the benchmark back in the I don't know, I'd say late 80s, early to mid 90s. Larry was one of the ones to beat. In 6 litre injected. Very, very competitive boat. Well, there you go. That's a bit of a write-up. It was the Trojan boat.
First Minutes Cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Won a lot of titles, a lot of races. Yeah, great boat.
The Snake.
Snake. Keith. This is the owner. Keith might be able to tell us a bit of the history about the boat.
Yeah, well, it used to be Sonic, a ski race boat, for many years, won a lot of trophies.
Neil owned it.
Neil, yeah.
Neil John Donald, which a lot of people would know from
that's
ski
right,
racing.
he's here today.
Yep.
And we've converted into a bit of a social hoon boat, you might say, but I use it mainly for start boat racing up in Berry.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've got a few starts to do this year again. So, yeah.
That's looking good, mate. Got some shine there.
Yeah, a little bit of shine on it.
And the trailer's a new addition over the last few years.
Yeah, the trailer's brand new. It's one of Dave Sadler's jobs up in Adelaide.
Dave's another Everingham owner.
I've hand sanded that all down, polished it up a little bit nice.
Very nice, mate. Credit to you.
Yeah, got a Ford motor in there.
Yep. It's a stout little thing too. We've seen
400 cubic inch.
Yeah.
Blown, 671 blower.
Yep. No,
yeah, she's detuned, about 900 horsepower.
Yeah. Just nice.
Just nice.
Yeah. Very nice, Dave.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Credit to you, mate. This one's Stan Bury. Stan's from South Coast, New South Wales. Long-time Everingham Owners Group member. Stan, I can't remember. I think Daryl Farley's father used to own this boat. I cannot remember the name it used to be when it was ski raced. But yeah, obviously Stan's bought it. I think he's...
So the old story about not changing the name of a boat doesn't ring too true.
No.
Okay?
Not at all.
It's always one of those things you heard, you don't change the name of a boat.
Definitely. A lot of people say green boats. Green boats is a bad
thing.
It's a bad thing. And I do like
race
green.
cars, they say the same. But
Yeah, I do like green. The Outlaw, it's the same. Old ski race boat. It's been around the ski race scene for a long time, in Victoria.
So how's the ski race thing going nowadays? Is it still
Well,
happening?
it's on it. So it's a bit of a hole.
Bit
at
of
the
a lull at the
moment.
moment?
Yeah, bit of a lull at the moment. So you're actually finding quite a few of the ski race guys who are jumping into the circuit race boats.
I was just going to say they were talking about that. There was a couple of boats running in the 105.
Well, this one's one of them. This is Jace Jones's boat, Temper. Obviously, they got the big 21 Pete Smith, the ski race boat, but this is Jace's new 105 boat. Hey, Jace, you want to give us a bit of a rundown on the boat, mate?
Which one, mate?
Yeah, the 105 boat.
Yeah, it's my old ski partner's boat actually.
Yep.
We used to use it as a training boat. Then I bought it off him, got into the circuit racing, got out of the ski racing.
Yep, as I was saying to Howard,
Getting older and fatter, so I can't stand on the ski anymore. So, sort of getting into the big ski, mate.
Yeah, this used to belong to Daz, yeah?
Yeah, so it's Darren Williams'
Yeah.
old boat.
Yep.
So he had a blown big block in it, and I got rid of that and put an LS in it to a start.
Yep.
And this Dodge come up, available in Windsor.
Oh,
and,
right. You've only, I
only just put it in, so
Yeah, right,
I got it in about 2 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah, just got it in.
Still working on it now, but yeah, hopefully we can get it going for the weekend, go out and
Yeah, nice.
have a bit of a hoon around, mate.
Well, that'll push her along quite
Yeah,
nicely.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So,
Very nice, mate.
Yeah, it should be good.
Very good.
That's it.
And the big dog next door.
And the big girl?
Yeah, so that's my old man's. That's the original Blown Budget. So, yeah, we bought off Andrew Davis a few years ago, 2014, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, ski raced it for a while, and yeah, did pretty well with it. Now she's just becoming a bit of a shed ornament now. So, a bit of a bar.
Yeah,
so,
yep.
Yeah,
But it's good to see you come bring her
yeah.
out to events like Everfest and that, you know.
That's it.
It's
So,
good to see.
it's good to
support.
get around, mate.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a good event. Plenty,
That's it.
Plenty of boats around, plenty to look at. So,
Yeah, good people,
should
good
be a
boats.
good weekend,
Yeah.
mate.
So this looks a bit like my brother raced Top Shot from
Yeah,
Broken
okay.
Hill, Reg Astle.
Yep.
That was my brother.
Yeah, righto. There you
So
go.
I'm a car guy.
Yeah.
But I know
Yep.
a few guys in the boats, obviously, and I've been going up to Windsor and
Yep.
covering that. We're up there last week. But it's good to see the big monsters.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
No worries, thanks for that,
No
guys.
worries, good on you.
Well, mate,
They're very deep boat, isn't it?
they are very, very, very deep V.
When you come
When
pan
you
it
compare
to this, it's
compare
like
it to
half
this,
the
yeah,
size.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the little short
This is-
back one, is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. This would be a 18.6 V bottom, I'd say.
Well, that's a lot of motor in an 18
It
foot,
is,
isn't
it is. A lot of motor. It's a great looking boat. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure this might have held a overall win for the Southern 80
Yep.
at one stage. Yeah, same thing. This is new to Everfest, first time to Everfest this year. But yeah, another great looking V-bottom.
Wow, that's just so
Ex-Skidos,
much motor in a little boat.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is Blondie. This belongs to Craig and Paula. I think it used to be one of the Carrolls. The Carrolls were involved in circuit racing for quite a while. A lot of people would know the Carrolls. Yeah.
This
Long time.
The Everingham obviously runs very thick in the blood, mate.
Oh yeah,
Eh?
yep. No, that's it.
It's a
These
bit of
guys have been members of the Everingham Owners Group for quite a while. Been to all our events. Always come to all our events and support us, which is good. This is a new one to me. Never seen this one before. I don't know if this is a local boat or not. I really don't know too much about this one, but it's done
a few
It's a
miles.
flat bottom. She's done a few miles. Yeah, she's a flat bottom. Looks like it might be a 18-foot flat bottom. Not sure about the donk in her. And here we've got Mark Schultz's Brucey Everingham, the artist. I think Mark runs. I know he runs 95. I think he might do 105. Quite a competitive boat. The name of the boat, the artist. Mark actually owns a tattoo business
Right,
in
okay.
Melbourne.
I thought it might have been one of them other artists.
yeah. No. Mark's a very good artist. He's actually done for us this weekend. He's done some hand drawings that we're going to auction off this weekend of a couple of the most iconic Everinghams ever, which is Rhythm.
Yep.
So yeah, beautiful boat. What can you say about halves? Like it speaks for itself. It's been a very competitive ski race boat over the years. Brownie, you want to tell us a little bit about the boat, mate?
I've done to some other bloke.
Hey?
I did one for some other bloke.
Well, you're going to have to do it again,
do
mate.
it with us
Let's do
now.
it again.
I think I've owned the boat since 2000 since the year 2000 and when? 2010.
Yep.
Went into ski race and started off at 60 mile an hour class. It was twin turbo, carbied.
Who owned the boat before you, Brownie?
Neil Harvey.
Neil Harvey. Yep.
That's what's called
Halves.
halves.
Yep.
And Neil Harvey owned it. And we started off at 60 mile an hour class with two carbies, and every time we went to take off, it'd stall on the line, and you had to adjust the needle and seat 50 times a day. Anyway, we went 60 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour, kept breaking the bloody speed thingo, and then we ended up going into we finished off at Unlimited Social.
Yep.
And we were pretty successful in Unlimited Social against Lance Heathcote with Revival and Bad Temper.
Yep.
And a few other boats. We had a real good team going, and we're all mates, and everything was fun. But then they changed the rules to ski inside the wash
Yep.
at 110 mile an hour.
Yep.
We won Wentworth at 110 mile an hour outside the wash with 2 social skiers.
Yep.
And we held the record for 3 years running.
Yep.
And inside the wash just knocked us around too much, so we just packed it all up and parked it in the shed and drank beer around it, mate. That's it.
So what engine's in the boat?
Yeah, 383 stroker,
Yep.
twin turboed.
What sort of numbers do you reckon you're punching out of it?
We've never
Never
tried
dynoed?
it, but
Yep.
Lance has always said it's up around 1,000.
Yeah, nice,
Easily.
nice. Yeah.
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Very
a good
nice.
old reliable boat, and it still looks nice.
Yep. Over here we've got
Ticks all the boxes, mate.
Yeah.
Sniper. What size is this? This is the owner, Scotty. What size boat's this, Scotty?
It's a original 20-foot birdie. It's original Daffy, I think it was.
Daffy.
four-
Yep.
four-
It was twin
four-
turbo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
one of the first twin turbo boats.
One
Yeah.
of the first twin turbo boats. It was it's good.
Did Lance own this boat?
Yeah,
at one stage?
Lance
Lance Heathcote.
Lance
Yep.
owned it. He's
Yep.
the one I bought it off.
Yep.
He's done my dad's engines
Yep.
for a while. But originally,
Yep.
originally with Les Fisher as Daffy, then it ended up going to oh god, who was it? Dad. Rob Polides.
Yep.
They ended up owning it. They
Yep.
named it Sniper. Ended up going to Brooksy, who still kept the name Sniper, but
Yep.
he moved on to it to
Yep.
racecrafts and owned Jim Beam and with Omen now. And
Yep.
Stopped racing after that. Lance bought it as a social boat and
Yep.
used to take his kids kneeboarding in it. And
Yeah.
he'd take them burn up the river at about 90, 100 mile an hour. So.
And you're currently putting together a runner bottom,
Yeah,
much like mine with an LS.
Yep, running
Yeah.
circuit boat,
Yep.
another
And-
original birdie.
Yep.
The old Heartache. I'm not sure if it's the Heartache that he won the bridge to bridge in. but
Yep.
I've got a
And
feeling it might be.
when's that going to be on the water, do you think?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Yeah, nice,
So
nice.
This one's actually for sale at the moment. So
Yep,
we
yep.
sort of don't have enough time for both of them.
Yep. And you're going to run your runner bottom in 95?
Yeah,
or?
95.
Yeah,
95.
95.
105.
Yeah, nice.
105's getting knocked back. So
Yep.
It'll be perfect for it.
Ah, very nice.
6-litre LS.
Yep.
Rev the guts out of it and hope to God I keep up. Don't blow it up, mate.
Stays together, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
No worries. Right. Thanks for that, Scotty.
No dramas, Darren. Thanks, mate.
Oh no, over there.
Yeah, we got this is actually friends of mine. I've known these guys for quite a while. I actually grew up skateboarding back in the day with the current owner, Bob Reed. Bob's had this boat for a lot of years now. If you followed Victorian circuit racing, you'd know Bob Reed. Very well known, won a lot of titles. Great team, very humble. Just a nice, tidy little boat, and very competitive, very reliable. This is the first Everfest for them. They've always wanted to get up to one, so they finally made it. It's another 15.6. But this is Josh Sawyer's boat. Josh is local boy. I think Josh is from Albury. Josh is going to be running, I think, 95 in this one. So he's been doing a bit of 95. So same again. This is the first time at Everfest for Josh. So
Nicely presented.
Yeah. No, very nice.
The Demon.
The Demon.
Wander around the back.
Yep. We're nearly there.
We're nearly there. So hang in there, folks. We'll do the little one first. Well, not that little by the look of it.
No, this is Scotty Turley's boat. Same thing. I don't know a real lot about it. I reckon it'd be late 70s. I reckon this one would
Like
be.
very much a survivor.
Yeah,
Still got
very much
original
so.
stickers.
Yeah. I don't think the sticker on that one would be period correct, because that's the Pete Smith sticker when Pete took over Everingham Boats. I reckon this one would have been built by Birdie. Just looking at the deck. Yeah, she's seen plenty of hours use this old girl.
Yep,
but
I reckon.
yeah, it's good. It's
good to see.
It's good to see these guys here. That's what the Everingham Owners Club's about. It's not just about who's got the biggest and the best. It's everyone.
It's funny, you go to the GT Nationals or something now, and they all want to look at the unrestored cars.
Yep. The Big Smoke. I really don't know a lot about this. This is an Evercraft. This is a 21 Evercraft. I think it's a Deep V.
So
21
explain Evercraft. So obviously
Evercraft was Malcolm Everingham, which is one of Bert Everingham's sons.
Right. Okay.
Malcolm started building his own boats, obviously with the sailboats. But yeah, he built Malcolm built open deck boats for quite a while. This being one of them. Yeah, very, very tidy with the gear. Another one of our South Australian members, Kenny Arnott. Kenny's got the social boat spot on. Kenny's been a circuit race guy all his life. Kenny actually owned a 1906 Everingham. It was an ex-blown displacement circuit race boat. It was called Insanity, which was one of Frank Lindsay's old insane boats. Kenny had that up until about 2 years ago, and sold the blown displacement and bought Spot On, and yeah, now just uses it, a bit of a social boat, takes the kids out, comes to Everfest, that sort of thing. But very, very tidy.
Yeah, I was going to say,
centre mount.
nice, clean looking boat.
It is very, very tidy. This one's Malcolm Burmeister's boat from Malcolm's from Central Coast, New South Wales. A lot of people, you know, that know a bit of history about circuit racing would know the name Misty Fizz. It was quite well known back in the, I'd say, early to mid 80s, I think. It was quite a competitive circuit race boat back in the day. But yeah, Malcolm, same thing. Does a lot of the Everingham events, speedboat runs up and down the sort of New South Wales coast and that sort of thing.
Yep.
And I think lastly we might have the still cruising boat of James Kessing.
Now this brings back a lot of memories, because this was very much like what my family had.
Yep.
So my dad raced boats that looked a lot like this.
Yep.
Until he ended up in the late 70s with a Stevens.
Yep.
Called Combine.
Yep.
But my memories as a kid, we were skiing behind something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, James bought this, I'm not sure, it might have been, look, I'm just guessing, it might have been 8 years ago, something like that. And another member of the Everingham Owners Group, Peter Gordon, which a lot of people would know Peter. Peter and James done a full resto on the boat to the way it looks now.
Absolutely beautiful.
That is absolutely beautiful.
And that's an Everingham?
That is an Everingham.
So that's the early
one
stuff,
of the
right?
earlier fiberglass Everings. Yeah.
Right. I'll have to show you some pictures of some of Dad's early stuff.
Yeah.
Dad used to make boats.
Yeah, right.
So he bought a, get the right word out here. So the mould.
Yep.
And yeah, he used to make boats down at the workshop, because he was a plumber.
Yep.
And he built quite a lot of boats out in Broken Hill.
Yeah, right. But yeah, beautiful finish on this.
Lovely.
Absolutely beautiful.
And as a painter myself,
Yep.
to get fiberglass to look like that's pretty clever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Buckshot.
Two from two.
My plan backfire. And you? Now we've got a nice big trophy here. Now here it is. It's a tight race, but this is a perpetual trophy that's going to go around. A buckshot's the first one to win this contest.
Orange, 18-6 Everingham. Blown. Yep. Blown. Damo. And we picked this as the old school one because it goes back to I worked out from the stock one about 75. So where's Damo? Is he here?
We'll find Damo tomorrow anyway. We know where he lives. Part of Pete's old makeup today, the old snagging.
Sunday morning, so probably a few thick heads this morning from the dinner last night, but a few guys out playing. I was a little bit late this morning, went and got some brekkie in town, but some wonderful venue this, and I'll walk out the front here and just show you how a lot of these guys are staying here. You basically have your boat parked out the front of your unit. Water's a bit nicer this morning, not quite so much chop. So the unit's there, and obviously you can pull your boat up out the front. It's a really good setup. here we are. What a way to round it out. Mate, thanks guys for an awesome weekend. I had no idea anything like this even existed.
Thanks Howard. Thanks for coming down.
Pleasure, mate.
Much appreciated. To capture this whole weekend's going to
Mate,
be pretty special to see.
One of the things I think especially is the mateship and camaraderie of everybody, and the different boats, the different ages, families, kids. It's just been awesome.
Yeah, mate, like when we started the group, we always said it wasn't about who's got the biggest, who's got the best. Doesn't matter if your boat's worth $5, whether it's worth $50,000. Everyone is welcome. And it's like family, isn't it?
It is, mate, yeah. And we've kind of, it's one of those things, like going to the summer nats where you kind of catch up with blokes every couple of years. And it's like you saw them last week.
Yep.
And like even this one, we had blokes come in from Darwin. We had a few of the boys coming from Bundy and
all the guys from Brisbane.
From Queensland. And mate, you wouldn't miss it because it's a top weekend. And now you've seen it, mate. It's like it's liquid hot rodding.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, no speed limits, no noise restrictions, and go out and have fun. And like you were just saying, taking kids out. Taking mates out, a few people taking dad for a ride, whatever.
Exactly.
So thanks for a good weekend, and maybe 2 years where we're going to end up.
Good possibility. Back here in Yarrawonga, Mulwala.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.